Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Todd Champion. This is Camping with Champion, and tonight I'm camping beside this highway bar. I've tried to record this intro like 3 times now, and people keep coming out. I thought this bar would probably not be busy since it's a Wednesday night, but people just keep pulling in and out of here. I'm seeing a lot of pool sticks too, so I'm starting to think they're having a pool tournament or something. There are some woods right beside this bar. I have not scoped this out, but I think I can get in there and camp. I hope so, because if I can't, they're gonna be in big trouble because they got about an hour before it gets dark. So, all right, y'all, I'm gonna put this camera up, get my bag on, and just start walking that way and see if I can't get into the woods somewhere. I'm just gonna start walking along the highway there, and then maybe I can just duck off into the woods and find a good spot. I really freaking hope so. I have my bag on, and I'm just not gonna look back, because if somebody's watching me from the bar right now, I don't even want to know. I did leave my car parked at the bar, which seems like it should be perfectly fine because people probably get drunk and have to leave their cars there all night, all the time. These woods are looking pretty thick so far. Might be able to squeeze in through there. It also just got done raining about 30 minutes ago. I mean a downpour, so all these leaves and bushes and everything are going to be extremely wet. I'm going to keep walking around and see if there's a better entrance. I would like to end up close to the bar though, just in case, you know, a big bar fight or something like that breaks out tonight. I can watch it, and maybe you guys can watch it too. There's some pine trees up here. A lot of small baby pines. Okay, it looks like I'm not gonna be able to find just some huge gap I can just walk right into, so I'm gonna have to get a little wet and walk through the limbs and stuff. This is not looking good. Starting to get worried that even when I get in there, there's not going to be a clear of enough area to actually camp. Woo! Water is cold, falling down my back. I see a ton of mosquitoes already as well. I'm hung. Oh, my freaking my selfie stick came out of my bag and hung on a limb. Ugh, get back in there. Oh, no! Y'all, my selfie stick just broke. Dang it. That's gonna make this much harder to film. God. So far, there is no clear areas to camp in that I can see. Whew. Water's cold. My bag keeps getting hung on every limb. Okay. I just gotta find 2 trees. I brought a hammock. I think I may see a little bit of an opening straight ahead there. Clearing up here, the problem is all these limbs are blocking it. I really don't want to try and crawl under here either, because I would try it, but there are briars on the other side right where I need to come out of. Man. This is what I get for not scoping a place out ahead of time and just winging it. This is not where I wanted to camp. I was actually going to camp behind a city welcome sign, but I would have to use a tent there. And there's supposed to be thunderstorms tonight. And I didn't want to be just trapped in a tent all night. At least with a hammock, I put up a tarp, and I can usually, you know, have a little bit of room to maneuver. I'm sweaty. Ow. Briars. Come on. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to get a stick or something and beat these briars out of my way so I can get through. Well, I made it to a clear area. This is about as good as it's gonna get, and this spot looks horrible. I'm already regretting this. There are little mosquitoes just flying around everywhere. The spot is actually on a very steep hill, which I guess at least if it rains, the water will run down, but I'm gonna have to get my hammock. It's gonna be hard to put up on such a weird hill. From this tree to that tree. That tree has some of the biggest thorns I've ever seen hanging off of it. I'm gonna have to wrap my tarp around that. I mean hammock, and tarp too, probably. There's so many little mosquitoes, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out the thermocell. This is probably one of the worst spots I've ever picked, honestly. There's just nothing good about it. Right beside the highway. It was very hard to get in here, but now that I'm over here, I can see an easier way tomorrow of getting back out again. I'll just push my way right through there, and that's the opening. But I'm going to go ahead, get the thermocell out, get that going, so at the very least I can get rid of these little mosquitoes. I don't know if you can see them or not, but they're just tiny little mosquitoes everywhere. I had this on my bag because it was supposed to start raining any minute, so I had my bag covered up with that cover just in case I got rained on the way in here. But all right, I got to get the thermocell. So the feet on my tripod, these feet don't actually go with this tripod. It's just something oh no, another one broke off. Dang it. But I guess these little balls here, they just go under here, and this metal plate got bent up. So I do have my multi-tool, so I'm gonna try and see if I can't repair it so I don't have to keep trying to prop my camera up against something for the rest of the night, because that gets old really quick. Okay. Try and bend this back down, and maybe that'll hold it in place. So I got them back on there, but I don't know how long that's gonna last. Hopefully it gets me through this camp though. Whew, I am so sweaty. I would like to just kind of sit down and take a break, but I gotta get this freaking hammock and tarp up just in case it starts to rain. It's already bad enough out here without getting rained on as well. This is going to be the hard part, this tree over here. Just even getting down there to it's a struggle because of all the briars. Already itching. I did put on some bug spray too before I got here, but it doesn't seem like it stopped them. I'll show you guys these briars up close here in a minute. They are big. Oh. Whoa. I just need you out of the way for a few minutes. There we go. This sucks. It'll be better once I get everything set up and I can sit down and let the sweat dry up, but so far this sucks. I really should get a machete, but it's just like another thing that I have to carry, you know? Okay, I've got it set up. This ground is so uneven that I'm having to put a rock underneath the leg of the tripod just to keep the camera from falling over. Already getting briars stuck in the bug net. Don't fall down, don't fall down. I don't want to lay on the ground. Well, that's a little low to the ground. Okay, feels fine though. I am gonna have to raise it a little because I can literally feel the ground right below my back. Like I think there's leaves or something rubbing up against my back. In my mind, I thought I would show up at these woods. It would be just nice and clear in here. That's rarely ever the case. I found this stick. I'm just gonna kind of prop it up into my tie off right here in my tarp. And then I'll stake that down into the, ow, freaking briars. Then I'll stake that down into the ground. And that should give me a little bit of room underneath there. If I would have just staked it straight down into the ground, the tarp would have been, well, all the way to the ground. I'm done with the tarp. It's by no means a great setup, but I don't care. I'm sweating. I just want to lay in this hammock for a minute with the fan on me and cool off. Then we'll do something else. I guess I can give you just a little bit of a walk around of the tarp. Well, here she is. Got that stick holding up that end, tied to that tree, down here to that tree. It's very weird. On the back end, I just have it tied to some loose sticks or something. It's just tied up to some fallen tree limbs that are in the back. It does look a little saggy in the middle, which kind of stinks, but oh well. I'm going to lay down for a minute, drink some water and some electrolytes. This fan is excellent, has a lot on it. The battery lasts for a long time. I was able to clear a path, so it's much easier to get in and out of here now. Check this out. Just went right up through here. Ugh, freaking briars. There's still briars in the way, but this is going to be way easier to get in and out. So, just come through here. I came up through here. See this big gap? There was a tree, like a small tree bush thing right here, and I stepped on it, bent it over on top of all the briars, and was able to push them down. See? So now I can just step on the tree, holds everything down, and then I can go right out. It's gonna be so much easier getting out of here tomorrow. And now I can sneak out too throughout the night if I hear anything going on at the bar. It's crazy how loud these bugs are. So I snuck out of the woods. I was wanting to kind of sneak up to the bar so I could people watch, you know. I wanted to get my camp like close to the bar so I could look out of the woods and watch people come out, but I just couldn't get close. I'm hidden kind of in the shadows right here, so no one should be able to see me, but I tried to sneak up here, but there's so many cars parked up along the side that I can't even see the bar, so it's kind of pointless. I did find something crazy though. There's a giant spider web hanging off of, I think, the power line. Just a huge spider web. As soon as the cars stop coming for a second, I'm gonna run up there and try and show you. I'm scared to get too close because I don't know where this thing starts and stops. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it. I gotta turn the light on. Oh my gosh. Look at this thing. It is huge. There's nothing around it. It goes all the way to the ground, I guess. Oh my gosh. That thing is disgusting. I'm glad I didn't walk into that. I would die. Oh God, it's moving. Okay, I'm getting out of here. I'm going back to my spot. Trying to figure out how to get back in the woods. That's not it. Here it is. Be careful with spider webs. I feel like spiders will build a web in 30 seconds, like right after you just pass through the area. Whew. Okay, back in. That is such an easier route to get in here from than the way I came initially. That is so much better. I'm getting pretty hungry, so gonna go ahead and cook, and then, well, I wouldn't call it cooking, but I'm going to heat up some shredded chicken that we already had at home, and I'm just gonna make a sandwich out of it. Then after that, we'll read some comments. I got a lot of comments to read too. I think what I'm gonna start doing for the comment thing is, because I have so many people asking me to read them, I want to read them all, but I just can't. So what I'm going to start doing is, I found a website. I think people use it like if you do a giveaway or something, you enter the link to your video, hit the button, and it will randomly pick a comment. That's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start picking like 5 or 6 comments just randomly with that website every week, and then that's how I'll pick the comments from now on. That way it's kind of out of my hands, so I don't have to feel guilty if I miss a comment where someone wanted me to read it or something like that, because there's just so many of them. But first we're gonna eat, so let's do that. I'm gonna try and just sit here on the hammock and cook. It's gonna be a little difficult because I'm on a slant. This ground just goes straight down like that, so I don't know how well that's gonna work out. Get my stove out. I started carrying a little first aid kit with different things in it, some gauze, you know, bandages, band-aids, some antiseptic wipes, itch cream, things like that. I probably should have been doing that all along, but at least I'm doing it now. And this is gonna be super simple. I do wish I would have brought some kind of plate or something. Like I said, I'm just going to get this pot and I'm gonna heat up some shredded chicken. It's actually shredded chicken that we made last night to make fajitas with, and sometimes I like to take that shredded chicken and I'll just put mayonnaise on some bread and eat a sandwich with it. Nice and easy, almost as easy as a Mountain House meal. I know people hate those things, but gosh, the Mountain House meals are just so simple. And not Mountain House, but just any dehydrated meals, just so simple. And for someone like me who's not really a big cook, you know, it's just so convenient. Super simple meal. Just got some chicken from last night. Go ahead and throw that in the pot. I haven't used this pot in a long time. Oh my gosh, I almost lost my food. I was just about to say I haven't used this pot in a long time. I like to use, there's a fire maple pot I have, and it's really good for boiling water because it has a heat exchange in the bottom, but it also has 3 notches in it so that what just happened right there won't happen. It won't just slip off the side. I got pretty lucky right there. You know, it doesn't help that obviously we're on a hill either. Nice and low flame here. This should take like a minute to heat up. Oh yeah, this is gonna take no time whatsoever. Trying to keep a steady stir so that it doesn't all stick to the bottom of my pan. Oh, I can already smell some of it burning. Should I have maybe put a little grease in this pan? I was thinking I'm just reheating it, so there was no reason for it, but that probably would have at least kept it from sticking. I don't know. Yeah, that's already hot. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Got a couple packets of mayo and cherry pie. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna eat this tonight because I have a lot of desserts. I've got a lot of the stuff that I found in the dumpster. I have a dumpster ding dong with me. These little fruit snacks, those are from the dumpster. Cherry cheese Danish dumpster. So I don't know if I'll eat the cherry pie or not, but I have it. I also have some chips to eat with my sandwich. I'm just gonna go ahead and lay the bread right on top of my lunchbox. Should be all right. I'm building my immune system. I really like mayonnaise, so I may actually use 2 packs of mayonnaise on here. We'll see how it looks after I spread it out. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna need another pack of mayo for the other half of the bread. This might be a little too much mayonnaise. All right, let's put this chicken on here. I think I'm gonna have a bunch of leftover chicken here. You know what? I may just pile every single bit of it on my sandwich. Oh, I just dropped some. I'll have to pee on that I dropped so no animals want to get it. I really did that during the RV stealth camp. I threw some pieces of bread that I burned up on accident in the woods, and then I got paranoid later on that night. When I got out of bed, I just went over there and peed on them, hoping that would distract or, you know, keep the animals from wanting to come eat it. All right. Bon appetit. Is this look more appetizing than a Mountain House meal? Everybody always wants me to cook, but I'm just not great at it. I don't see how Steve Wallace goes out there, like he'll bring a giant pot and he'll make enough food to feed 10 people. I don't see how he does that. Okay, first thoughts, reheating the chicken that way made it really dry. Any juice that it had is gone. I evaporated all moisture out of this chicken. It's still not bad though, but I've heard people say that anytime you eat when you're camping, it always tastes better, and I do believe that's true. A subscriber told me to try this. Sonorio Sangria natural flavored soda. I don't understand what natural flavored soda means. Doesn't every soda have a certain flavor? I don't know. Is this a twist top? Nope, dang it. There we go. It tastes like a Coke at first, but then it has a little bit of a, I don't know how to explain it. I almost felt like it tasted like beer for a second, but then it didn't anymore. It's a very unique flavor. It tastes like Coke with a hint of something else that I just can't think of right now. It's nice and carbonated, so that's good. I think that's the real reason why I like sodas. It's just the fizz, the carbonation of it. All right, y'all, I'm gonna finish eating and then we'll read some comments. I have a lot of comments to read. There may be 10, 20 comments, I can't remember, but I'm gonna try and get through all those, and I'll respond, you know, more in depth to a few of them as we go, but for the most part, I'm just gonna try and get through them pretty quick, because I feel like if you do something for too long, people get tired of it. I really love reading the comments, so I don't want to overdo it and then people not enjoy it anymore. So I'll bring you guys back when it's time to do that. First comment is from Todd Hill, and I was actually supposed to read his comment, I want to say like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think it was the Staples one, and I didn't feel good. I didn't read anyone's comments, but I actually told him I would, then I forgot. So I'm reading it now. Todd Hill, love the video. Looks like you'll have 10K subs soon. And then PS, read my comments next week. So obviously we did hit the 10K subs. So thank every one of you guys for that. And there you go, Todd. By the way, great name. I don't really know, and I haven't met many other Todds. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I've met one Todd in real life. But yeah, there's not a lot of Todds out there for some reason. Valorog Streaming. I watch your videos every Friday. I'll tell my wife, hey, the champion guy has a new vid. She pretends she's not interested, but within 5 minutes, her chair is turned and she's over my shoulder watching. I just know there's a snake in there. Made her laugh out loud. Thanks for all the effort you put into these vids. Well, thank you for that. And I actually do the same thing with my wife's show. She watches a lot of like reality TV shows and stuff, and I'm like, I'm not watching that, but then I get very interested in it, so I know how it feels. Thank y'all for watching. Boga217, I feel that heat. I live in Bogalusa, Louisiana, just north of Slidell. and it is most definitely a swamp ass hell on earth lately. Yeah, that's how it feels around here too. And I have a funny story about Slidell, Louisiana. One time, back when I was still driving truck, I had a job hauling cars, driving a car hauler. And I took some cars to Slidell, Louisiana. Either I took it to Slidell or I parked in Slidell after I dropped them off. Either way, I was in Slidell trying to sleep in a parking lot, and I hear a lawnmower, and this is like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I look out the window, and this lawnmower comes out of a driveway, and there's nobody on it, and it starts just going in a circle. Then this kid comes out, teenager I'm guessing, chasing this lawnmower down, jumps in the seat, and then drives it back off through some woods. It was the craziest thing. I actually got up, left that spot, and went to a Walmart and slept there. I have a video of that. It's not high quality because this is like 15 years ago or something, but hopefully I can find that video, and if I do, I'll insert it right here. Next comment, B Shelton 386. Awesome channel. Me and my fiance binge watched your videos this week. I like your style and willingness to try some of the risky locations like rooftops and high-rise structures. Stay safe though. Been aspiring to become a content creator doing amateur camping / backpacking, but keep chickening out. Maybe one day I can mention you and your channel as inspiration while filming one day for my very own channel. Laugh out loud. Keep it up, Benji and Angela. Well, thank you, Benji and Angela, for watching. And yeah, if you want to do something, go for it, man. I say it all the time. Like, I'm sure there's some things holding you back, but if it's something that's not insurmountable, go for it, because you never know. When me and Karika lived in Minnesota, there was about a 18-month, 2-year period where we had 5 family members pass away. And I want to say maybe 2 of them were over the age of 60. The others were in their 50s. Karika's mother, her stepmother, I had 2 uncles, an aunt. Like, it was just insane. And that really made me think, like, wow, you know, there's no telling how much time we have. So if you want to do something, brother, go for it. Just do it. All right, next comment. Rob's watching. If anyone is drinking, take a shot every time Todd Father says, I forgot. Love you, dude. Thanks for another awesome video. Please don't do that. I don't want anyone getting alcohol poisoning or having to get their stomach pumped. But I will say, so far tonight, I don't think I've forgotten anything. James Taquini. Anyways. Oh, he just says, last name is pronounced Tokini. James Tokini. Laugh out loud. Keep up the great videos. Love watching you. We love to get out and do the same if I ever had time. I live in Texas and know the heat struggles. I used to live in South Carolina. I do believe it's worse there. The giant roaches are called palmetto bugs, I believe. Yes, a lot of people said that they're called palmetto bugs. They just look like big roaches to me. Play again, me. Man, I wasn't there, but sounds like you were protecting your son. Don't worry about it. You're only human. So yeah, that's in response to a story I told about chasing someone who yelled at me and my son. I was, but at the same time, it was a mistake because I think I said this in the video last week, but I chased this guy down. Then it ended up being 2 guys in there, and say I embarrassed that driver right in front of his friend or something. Maybe he goes and gets a gun and comes back, because me and my son are at this public park still. We're finishing filming a video. So he could have came back and shot us or something. So in the long run, I probably, in the heat of the moment, put us in more danger than if I wouldn't have done anything at all. So that's a big reason why I regretted it. Fackin' Bobby. I thought we were friends, but you never read my comments, so I guess you hate me. I don't hate you, buddy. Did I say I would read one? I can't even remember, but no, don't hate you. There you go. BR Longhorn. I've been here since before the cornfield camp. A member since day one and still no message call out. I'm joking, of course. Love the videos. I was so afraid you would flip that boat. As for the anger, I get it. And I was the same way when younger. The older you get, the more you realize it doesn't matter. I've embarrassed myself as well, but don't beat yourself up about it. Thank you for that. And BR Longhorn has been a long time subscriber. He is actually the one that insisted I start the members only thing. I honestly wasn't going to do it, but he kept on and kept on asking me to. So he was a big part in that. So thank you, BR Longhorn, for your long time viewership. Crafty Rhea, happy July 4th. I went on a bike ride today and had frozen pickle juice at one of the snack stops. I guess the cyclists really love it because it's salty. I challenge you to bring a bottle of pickle juice on one of your adventures, and I absolutely hate spiders. I would have been screaming like crazy if they were all over the place. I'm glad you made it back safely. Oh my gosh, Rhea, I was going to actually go and buy a small jar of pickles, take the pickles out and chug just the pickle juice tonight because of this comment, but I completely forgot. I hope that doesn't count as forgetting something, right? Because it wasn't like a piece of gear or something. It was just, maybe next week, if I can remember, I'll chug a jar of pickle juice if people want me to. This is from Jim Ross Q66. He just says, camp video, Jim Ross, Atlanta, GA. Now, Jim Ross comments all the time, but he always says this, camp video, Jim Ross, Atlanta. Camp video, Jim Ross, Atlanta, Georgia. I don't know what it means. So Jim Ross, if you're watching this, what does that comment mean? I have no idea. I do understand that Jim Ross is like a commentator for the wrestling WWE. And I see you have a wrestling belt as your profile picture. So I feel like I'm missing something here. Let me know exactly what you mean. All right, Joey Ketchum, 6735. Awesome video once again, Todd. Each week I look forward to seeing your new video. You and Sam, Northwest Wind, are two of my favorites to watch and love that you both put out new content weekly. P.S. If you don't read my comment on your next video, I will cry myself to sleep nightly for the rest of my life. Thank you so much for the compliment. Like I say all the time, I appreciate every single one of you more than you know. Oh, sick Leno. Someone send this man a checklist book. Love the video, man. Jake, also question, what was your favorite but scariest stealth camp and why? You know, I am not sure. I don't think favorite and scariest. So you mean like which one was my favorite and which one was my scariest? So scariest, without a doubt, is going to be the billboard. Because that was the only time where I really genuinely feared for my life. Like that was the only time I realized like, oh man, I could die right here. So that was by far the scariest. I feel like favorite but scariest can't go together, because if it's the scariest, it's not going to be a favorite for sure. But if I did have to combine the two into one, it would be the catwalk under the bridge, because in that one I was scared, but I wasn't so terrified that I couldn't make it through. And it was also a lot of fun being under there, a big adrenaline rush. Jay Kim, this is my buddy Jay from the Cerebral Palsy Gamer. Is it cerebral or cerebral? I always get that mixed up. So I'm gonna say Cerebral Palsy Gamer. Hey Todd, every Friday I watch your videos and love them. You're an awesome camper. Keep it up. Thank you. Thank you, Jay, so much, buddy. I'm sorry I couldn't do the interview with you this week too. Just super busy, but we'll get that scheduled and we'll do it soon. Harold Beauchamp, 3770. Todd, I'm in Southeast Texas, and islands like that would be covered with alligators, water snakes, and any other thing that bites and stings. Oh, and can you give my Uncle Johnny a shout out? He's 79 and watches every episode you make. Yeah, I would not have been there on that island if there would have been alligators. I couldn't believe there were coyotes. And Uncle Johnny, hey buddy, thank you so much for watching my videos. Dina Robert 1611. Holy crap, you replied. I can't wait to tell my husband. Please mention us in your next video. We are Josh and Dina, I'm sorry, from Tennessee. We come to Alabama sometimes for little getaways. Oh, and one other thing, my son Brennan is 11. He was stoked to see how much you love the Ramones. He drinks those all the time. I would try going to candy shops for the weird sodas. They always have a ton. But thank you, Josh and Dina. And thank you, Brennan, too, for watching. The Ramones are great. I love those things. I just wish they had some more flavors, because I've drank, I mean, I know they do the real ones in Japan, but around here, there's only 2 or 3 flavors that I can find. That's a good idea about going to candy shops, though. I bet there is tons of cool sodas in those places. Last comment, Gary Seacrost. I'm gonna go with Gary E. Christ 2671. Hey bro, I gotta say, love how you came back and killed it this week. Love your spin on the 4th. Thank you, buddy. I'm glad I was able to get a good video. I felt like the island video was fun. Because I always, whenever I have a video like Staples that didn't go great, probably this one tonight, honestly, I feel like nothing much has happened, but I always try to come back the week after that and try and do something really fun to make up for it. And I felt like that one really was, even though it was physically exhausting for me paddling that boat up there and back. But yeah, I liked it. And yeah, the 4th of July stuff, man, I love doing things like that. If I can work in, like, you know, props into the into the videos every time, I would. I'm so looking forward to the holidays coming up. Halloween, Christmas, I already have great ideas in mind. So yeah, all right guys, that's all the comments. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I know that probably took a while. So now I am going to just hang out for a little bit until it gets time to go to bed. There was something else I wanted to talk about, but if I think of it, I'll bring you guys back. So this Tuesday, July 15th, is my birthday, and I want to do a live stream at 7 p.m. Central Time to celebrate getting 10,000 subscribers. I know I'm a little late, and I told you guys I would do a live stream. I just really hate doing it because I get very nervous beforehand. Once I start doing it, it seems to be okay. But anyways, so Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, July 15th, 7 p.m., we're going to do a live stream, and I'll answer all of your burning questions. All right, y'all, I'm going to lay here for a little bit and try and get to sleep. If there's anything exciting that happens, I will bring you guys back. But if not, I'll see y'all in the morning. Good night, everybody. Good morning. It is a little after 6 a.m. A pretty good storm came through last night, and it's been raining for at least the last 2 hours. It just now stopped, so I'm going to get up, start packing my stuff up, and try and get out of here before any more rain comes through. The tarp held up well. Did what it was supposed to do, because it rained pretty good. I gotta try and knock some of this water off. Guess I'm gonna go ahead and eat this cherry pie for breakfast before I start packing up. This is the first time I've had to turn the thermocell on immediately when I woke up. The mosquitoes are already out, so I fired that up. I'm gonna eat this, and then I'll start packing up. Site's all cleaned up, and it is time to get out of here. Only thing left to do now is hope that the car is still there. I don't think anybody would want to steal my old car though, so I think it'll be good. I'm so glad that I don't have to go back out the way that I came in yesterday, because that was rough. This new path I have is so much easier. Oh, also, before I go, I want to show you the size of these thorns over here. Look at this thing. They are so big, and they're all around that tree too where I hung my hammock. I think I showed you last night, but ow. But I just pushed this little tree over, or whatever it is, on top of these thorns and this bush, and that gives me access to get out of here. I couldn't come through this way yesterday because it was just a tangle, but now I can just step on it. Nice clear path out of here. All right, y'all, the deed is done. and we've gotten away with another one. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in a few days.